welcome back to the channel. We're back in Virginia today. We are at George Washington's birthplace and we're going to show you around. Let's go.
So here is a look at the visitor center. Beautiful view. And there's artifacts. And some of the area is closed. Some of the walking trails are still closed because of the ice. The beach is closed because of ice. It's cool that some of this stuff is still preserved. It's preserved, but it's still pretty rough shape. So they also have a theater, which has a 14-minute film. The ranger said that the ice on Pope's Creek is starting to break up. There's an audio tour. Ranger stop number 1. That's kind of neat. Looks like an old lantern. I bet you they get to see all kind of cool wildlife here in the spring and summer months.
DJ getting a stamp. Smile.
So we need to get our presidential portraits. See how good Mandy is with her quill pen. Looks like a ballpoint pen with a quill. Because she hasn't had a dip into the inkwell yet. There we go.
Shameless plug.
Let's go check out the movie. Starting in 48 seconds.
You might as well have it done now as leave it. The next good day might be a week or 2 away, and you would want to have that team of oxen freed up for the garden.
So on the National Park Service app, you can go and search the park that you're at, and some of them have self-guided tours like this one does here at the George Washington Birthplace. And so you can just click on it and
for the Europeans arrived, American Indians
tour
used the
around.
waters of Pope's Creek
And go for your walk.
and the green and gentle landscapes that surrounded them. American Indians fished.
So that walk there is closed, but if you can see hanging from the tree limb, there is a really big beehive. But here we go. It is raining out today, but it's not real cold. And he said to be careful a little bit because there is still some ice along the trail.
kind of a different type of walkway right here. A stone.
I don't know what this is.
Sycamore tree. Huge.
Oh yeah, look how big that sycamore tree is. You can also hear what Mandy is saying is a bunch of geese. They must be on the Potomac. So here's the look at the grounds. This road leads up to the house. There's some farm buildings out here. Most of the buildings on the Decorative gardens you are about to see were created by the Wakefield National Memorial Association. So the house that we are going to see is a replica. Is that what she said?
Well, my husband will come.
So there we can see the house, the brick house, and then the white building, she said, was the kitchen area. So let's go check that out.
We're going to learn about it, but I believe I just read that it was like a descendant, great-grandson or someone of George Washington, and he placed a coin where he felt was the birthplace of George Washington. But I'm assuming that's what we're going to learn.
Once we get inside.
Yeah, once we get inside. Yep.
Another look at the grounds as we walk towards the house. The size of this tree. There's the garden over there, but listen to all them geese.
Look at them all.
If we can zoom in and see any of them or not.
Here they come through.
There's a couple flying over right here.
So this house is a replica of what it would have looked like when George Washington was born, and everything in it is to the period. This bust was made from a mask that was used when George Washington was alive, so this is exactly what he would have looked like. It's pretty neat.
However, he was 6 foot tall, so he should be up here.
A little taller, yeah.
So this room was where the most important guest of the house would stay, and if somebody more important than you showed up, you were to pack your things and move upstairs.
And the upstairs is closed to the public right now, but they do plan to eventually open it at some point.
So looking at this dining room here, just look at the knives on the table.
They're huge.
They look like cleavers, like small little cleavers.
So when this house was placed here in 1932, a post office was established because it was the only federally owned property in the area. Jay getting his post office stamp.
Oh, it's hard to see. So the guy inside the house told us that they were doing archaeological studies of this area, so the white area would be the foundation of the original home. Can't quite see it for the snow covered, but they have found enough evidence to think that this is the exact spot of where the original home was. And they found evidence for the kitchen, which is this white building here. Here is a look at the garden, which is closed right now. We can't get in there, but boy, it smells really good right here. I don't know if it's one of these plants.
Rosemary.
So they have some of these little garden spots highlighted. This one is culinary herbs, and this one is medicinal herbs. One behind it is listed as medicinal. And actually, I can zoom in on this. It says lemon balm. And that one on the corner right there is sage. But that's about all I can see. There are other signs that I just can't quite read from where I'm at. And we also found this sign.
And it says, this outline marks the archaeological remains of a brick foundation representing a substantial 18th century home that belonged to the Washington family.
And that is right next to the area I just showed you there, outlined in the white stone.
Yeah, and over here's the kitchen from Which would make sense because they didn't have kitchens attached to their homes due to fires.
Right. All right, so here is a look at the kitchen. And when I shine the camera on the other side, I can see out this door, so we can take a peek in here. Oh, it's warm in here too. Look at the herbs drying. Oh, I got you zoomed in, sorry. All right, look around this kitchen area. Little table. Got eggs and stuff on the back. Wonder if that is the refrigerator section. That door right there. And they also used the kitchen house for weaving, rug making. Look at the lantern outside the kitchen. And the little forged hasp that they have for the hold the kitchen door closed.
So this is the site of 18th century dairy used by the Washingtons for storage of milk, cheese, and other dairy products. The original brick floor is still intact. Oh, that's neat.
Oh, neat. So underneath that must be where the original brick floor was. A look at some of the farm buildings. I don't know if we can get in any of them. So the building is locked. We'll walk around the back side here. And look at this pasture area. Some more outlining buildings down there. Must have been farm-related buildings. Some sort of animal corrals or pens. They had lots of farmland here.
This oak tree is like, it's huge.
It is a big, huge oak tree. Look at the size of that thing. All right, we're back in the car, cold and wet. This is where we were at, right here. So there's
the memorial house. Here's the colonial kitchen we were just in. We took a look at the colonial garden. Here's where they think the actual birth site is. And now we're headed to...
Well, it's closed, but we're going to drive up this road right here to the beach area. The actual beach area is closed, but the road up to it is not. So we're going to take a little ride up that way.
All this area was closed, like the bridge. Where's that bridge? Right here.
Right there.
So from here over was completely closed due to the ice right now. So we couldn't get over there and show you anything over there. But that's something, if you ever make your way here, you can go check out.
And that over there, there's also, they call it the log house. There's a picnic area, and there's a 1 mile walking loop around that little peninsula.
So this is the memorial obelisk. In 1896, the War Department erected a 50-foot stone obelisk on the site where the memorial house was later built. It was moved in 1930 to its present location. The shaft of Vermont granite is a 1/10 replica of the Washington Monument in the nation's capital. I wanted to show you that before we headed down to the burial grounds, as this is the first landmark you'll see coming into the park. So on the way down to the family burial ground, we come across these ditches, which I believe are the boundary ditches the park brochure talks about. That says, planters in colonial Virginia often use ditches to mark the boundaries of their property. Some of those dug by the Washington slaves are still visible.
We're going to take a quick walk down to the burial site, which is just down this path.
You can hear those Canada geese.
And the Potomac River is off to our right. probably where the geese are that we're hearing. On our way down to the Washington family burial grounds, there's an information placard.
And it says, in 1664, John Washington, the great-grandfather of George Washington, built a small house on this site. From these modest beginnings, a powerful and prominent Virginia family would arise. During his 13 years here, John Washington attended to his farm, his growing business interests, and his ascending social position. He purchased extensive tracts of land throughout Westmoreland County and as far north as Little Hunting Creek, a tract today called Mount Vernon. He served in the Virginia legislature, as an officer in the militia, and as a justice of the peace. When he died in 1677, he left an estate that included 8,500 acres. Archaeologists revealed that the John Washington site included the main house, at least 2 outbuildings, and the family burial grounds to your right. So this sign says 3 generations of George Washington's forebears are buried here. The first burials were made in 1668 when John Washington's wife Anne and 2 small children died. During the next 30 years, at least 9 more Washingtons, including George Washington's grandparents, were interred here. The cemetery today bears no resemblance to the cemetery George Washington visited during his youth. In 1930, the Wakefield National Memorial Association constructed the wall around the grounds, consolidated the graves into a single casket, and interred the remains in a rebuilt vault. Well, we hope you enjoyed touring around Washington's birthplace with us. Of course, it is February in the winter, so we couldn't show you all the places here, but there's definitely seems to be a lot to do here. There's a lot of history here as well. Pretty neat to see everything that we did see. And
if you remember, if you can't get out and make your own adventures, keep coming along with us. Thanks for watching.
bye!